By 1980, world heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali had been a professional fighter for 20 years. The way he had stood up for his beliefs had won him millions of admirers in Britain and around the world. But his boxing career was drawing to an inauspicious end. Now 38 years old, Ali defended his title against his longtime sparring partner, Larry Holmes.
His body was svelte. He looked like Tarzan, for God's sake. Looked like the old Muhammad, you know, with the build and everything. But it was empty. It was an empty tank.
I was sitting at the ringside and I could just see what was happening to Ali. He was disintegrating before our eyes.
This is a sad Ali, surely. He can't fight back.
And I have to say, that was the only time at any sporting event I've ever shed a tear.
Come on, Ali. Either throw a punch or go down, or you really can't linger like this.
He went back to his corner at the end of the 10th round, and Angelo Dundee, his trainer, said, look, I'm going to stop the fight.
Dundee has had the compassion to say that's it. He's the chief second, and he's right.
I think, had Dundee not acted like that, Ali might well have lost his life that night.
And that is a sad and sorry end for Muhammad Ali.
Broke my heart, but it had to be. I didn't want him to get injured. So, you know, you do the best you can with what you got.
Ali retired from boxing shortly after the Holmes fight, with a record of 56 wins in 61 bouts. In 1983, the former heavyweight champion returned to Britain. He visited Birmingham for the naming ceremony of the newly opened Muhammad Ali Centre in Handsworth.
I'm a real freedom fighter. I am the greatest. Wasn't just because I'm boasting. I'm trying to say we are the greatest.
But there were growing concerns about Ali's medical condition. He was asked about the rumors on a local news program.
There was all sorts of stories going on about Muhammad Ali's health, but no one actually had come out and asked him. And there he is sitting in my studio. And I just felt the moment was right to ask that question.
Mohammed, unfortunately, a lot of people over here are sort of worrying about your health because there have been consistent stories in this country in the newspapers over the last few weeks that you are not well.
I heard I got brain damage.
That's right.
I heard I'm drugged and on narcotics. It's terrible. How do I look?
Are these stories about your health true, as far as you're concerned?
What about my health?
Well, the business about whether it's had any effect on you, all these punches that you've had to take over the years.
I don't recognize it.
The year after visiting Birmingham, Ali revealed that he was suffering from the early stages of Parkinson's disease. As Ali's health has faltered over the last 3 decades, his visits to Britain have become less frequent. But his long relationship with this country and his amazing career in the ring were to inspire generations of British boxers.
When I was young, I was about 8, and I started borderline getting myself into trouble. But my dad always loved Muhammad Ali, and he wanted me to get involved in boxing.
Now we're due for the Ali shuffle, I think, any moment. It looks to me as though he's loosening up now.
But I never had his skill, never had his rhythm. But I just had the vision. I just wanted to be like him when I grow up.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is a brilliant Ali now. This is really back to his best.
My first memories of Muhammad Ali, I was about 9 years old, and it was me and my 5 brothers and my sister all watching Muhammad Ali in black and white.
Ali really starts the show-off stuff, doesn't he? And he can afford to.
There was this guy on the TV, you know, dancing around, and it was just absolutely brilliant to watch.
Tradition left in Ali, despite the mockery.
You know, we'd watched other sports, obviously, and seen other athletes, but nobody had the sort of draw and pulling power of a Muhammad Ali.
Oh, that uppercut, really, that wasn't that much punch.
It was an inspiration when you saw the videos of him and on all the great fights, you know, and what he did for boxing.
And repeated left hands there without reply.
People that didn't know boxing knew Muhammad Ali.
He is still still the heavyweight champion of the world.
Ali received the ultimate accolade from the British public in 1999, when he was voted Sports Personality of the Century, receiving more votes than all the other contenders put together.
Thank the British people for giving us such a great welcome. Thank all concerned for the award. I had a good time boxing. I enjoyed it, and I might come back.
Muhammad Ali made his last visit to Britain in 2009. One of the people he was determined to meet was a man he encountered many times during his 5-decade relationship with this country, Henry Cooper.
I asked Dad if he would go and meet with Ali and was really excited about meeting him again because he hadn't seen him for a long time and he'd heard he was quite poorly. Dad made quite a bit of a fuss of him, and there's a picture of them driving around and Dad's holding his hand up so he could sort of wave to the crowd. He said to me when we were coming back in the car, he said to think what a supreme athlete he was, and to see him in the state that he is now, he found it quite hard.
Henry Cooper had health problems of his own and passed away in 2011.
Dad had been diagnosed with a heart problem. Yeah, it was quite poignant to see them both together, both suffering in their own ways, but very happy to see each other.
Journalist Alan Hubbard had followed Ali in Britain since his first visit almost 50 years ago.
2009, when he came here, I felt his hand on my shoulder, and he looked down and he said, "It ain't the same anymore, is it?" And he's right. He wasn't the same, and boxing wasn't the same, and it never has been.
It was the greatest thing since sliced bread. There was no one bigger in sport anywhere in the entire world. It was phenomenal. The greatest fighter ever, in my opinion.
History will remember Muhammad Ali as the greatest sporting icon of the 20th century. The greatest.
As he celebrates his 70th birthday, Britain can look back at a 50-year connection with Muhammad Ali. It's a strong bond, which has played its own crucial part in the creation of the most famous sportsman the world has ever seen.
Don't mean to be boasting. It's just hard. It's just hard to be humble when you're as great as I am.